Beautiful, life that's beautiful. We don't trust them, they don't trust us. We don't trust each other, conflict is a must. We got war abroad, we got war at home. Paranoid people packing guns like cell phones. Need inspiration, rise up to hold it down. Sick of seeing young bodies laying on the ground. We got to organize like they used to do. You wanna make it beautiful, you gotta stay true. Can I find a way to escape this madness? Lift my people from all this pain. Raise my daughter to be a good woman. Live a life that's not in vain. It's not hard to explain. I want a life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. I know good people, lives in the right lane, say the right thing, manage life and maintain. They dream every night, they pray every day. They build for the future and live for the day. The world is full of possibilities. Don't accept what you are, cause that's all that you see. Elevate your spirit, liberate your mind. Their life's transformation will come in due time. Can I find a way to escape this madness? Lift my people from all this pain. Raise my daughter to be a good woman. Live a life that's not in vain. It's not hard to explain. I want a life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that it's hard. But I know you can make it. If you believe in God, make something out of nothing. Be the best that you are. And you can make life so beautiful. Life so beautiful. Can I find a way to escape this madness? Lift my people from all this pain. Raise my daughter to be a good woman. Live a life that's not in vain. It's not hard to explain. I want a life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. To escape this madness, lift my people from all this pain. Raise my daughter to be a good woman. Live a life that's not in vain. It's not hard to explain. I want a life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful. Life that's beautiful.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I see you, Dawn. Slick J. Adams. Good morning. Come on.
You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn.
This morning.
You're listening to the book of Dawn.
Good morning.
You're listening to the book of Dawn.
Are you ready for the truth? And nothing but the truth, so help you, Dawn. She's bringing it to you every weekday at 9 in the morning. So if you wanna hear the real, this is what you gotta do. Just log online and listen to Dawn speak her mind.
You're listening to the book of Dawn.
In the morning,
You're listening to the book of Dawn.
this morning. Dawn. Oh, sexy Dawn. What's in it for the black people media?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Come on, Dawn. Come on, Dawn.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, nephew Ron.
Good morning, TT.
Good morning, Mary Q.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy
Taco Tuesday. I'm frantic. Hi. I'm in Jeremiah's seat. Hi. Well, let me start off by saying thank you to Brother Bear. Brother Bear Mays. I said, I'm just a strolling baby. I'm like, oh, it's 8:50. I got time. It's 8:55. I got time. Because he's not going to get off the air till 8:59, 9:10. Yeah. I said, I got time. I'll just roll in and roll in. And I be doggone by the bone. When I came in here, he was not only off the air, but out the studio.
He got you.
Won't he do it?
He got you.
Look at God. He missed me too. He missed me too. And so, thank you. And while I'm on Mays said, let me just say again, thank you. I don't know if anybody else says it, but I'm going to say it. Thank you for the opportunity to sit in your seat. I appreciate, look, in my Tiger Lily voice, I appreciate you, Mays. Good morning, sunshines. I am Dawn. It is, guess what I figured out? I've been saying a new chapter, and now that I'm about to start a new chapter, I should have been saying all along, so I'm going to tweak it a little. It is the last chapter in the book of Dawn. It's the last chapter. It's chapter 54, and it's about to be done, okay? We're rolling into chapter 55, okay? So on Amen, next Monday, it will be Book of Dawn, chapter 55.
Yes.
Ain't that something?
That's hot. That's real hot.
Yeah. So every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Thank y'all for bearing with me being gone. Roll Tide Roll. I went down and turned out Tuscaloosa, Alabama, because that's what we had to do. And Lord have mercy, my liver, somebody told me while I was there that your liver reproduces itself or something. And I was like, thank God for Jesus.
So wait, how much did you?
Can I get two?
2 in the morning, two in the afternoon?
When do we start drinking? Mm-hmm. What day? Most days. So I can tell you this. I had a margarita for breakfast on Friday. Mm-hmm. Margarita and a cigar. Mm-hmm. And then we went from margaritas and cigars to champagne, to bourbon, to more cigars, to lunch, to margaritas. I kept crossing over between bourbon, margaritas, and champagne.
A good life.
It was. But here's the thing: we also invested in a couple cases of Pedialyte, so we could stay hydrated. It's all about the hydration game, right? Thank you for letting us in your hearts, your homes, your TVs. It is Behind the Brown Door Tuesday. Today is May 3rd, right?
Yes.
May 3rd.
May 4th.
May 4th, right, because tomorrow's Cinco.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I
Cinco
know
de
that.
Mayo.
My Spanish.
That's your Spanish. Your Spanish is a Cinco.
Well, how you say, I get confused with Spanish and French. Monday is Lunde. How you say?
Monday is lunes.
Lunes.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday is martes.
How you say?
Miércoles.
Yes, yeah, that part. And then what's Thursday?
Jueves.
And what's Friday?
Viernes. Your accent is way better than mine. Like he get on the mic and just like
and say it in a deep, sexy.
Squashed me.
Viernes.
I'm all like Viernes.
Hi, my name is Nephew Ron. It's Viernes.
Yeah, I'm straight up in the hood, and he out there.
So yeah, it's that day. It's one of y'all say it's Tuesday, May 4th in Spanish.
Go ahead.
Es martes, mayo, cuatro.
Oh.
Or you say,
Hoy es
martes,
cuatro Marzo.
Mayo.
Mayo.
How do you say I'm 55 years old? Well, I'm technically
Yo
not.
tengo 55
Cincuenta,
Años, sí.
55 años.
55 años.
55 años. I know
55
años is
years.
years. Okay. All right, cool beans. That part. Today is National Teachers Day.
Great.
Thank you for all you incredible teachers.
Shout out to Janessa. She said me and her had an entire conversation in Spanish. Yes, we did. Shout out to Janessa.
Oh, see? Yes. Miss Double. That's the double B. Two
Double
B's.
B.
Double B. It is National Teachers Day. So on behalf of the Book of Dawn, and if Brother Bear didn't say it, the entire What's in It for the Black People Media Studios, thank you for your underpaid service to our community in teaching. Number one teacher in the world to me is my daughter, Ryan. They do a lot. You know, teachers are other mommies, and I don't think we respect them enough. I know we don't pay them enough to take your little snotty nosed ragged children and mommy them. So make sure you send an edible arrangement or a card or just encourage your kid's teacher, because those are your kids and you know how bad they are. So just think that other mommy has them 8 hours a day and deals with whatever loose ends that you do not put together.
I almost lost my life when I became an auntie teacher, I tell you.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Actually,
is
one of my
bananas.
favorite teachers that I can remember was Miss Hendricks.
Oh, wow. Came back around.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. She was my 5th and 6th grade teacher.
Tell me she was your English teacher, and I'm about to run
Yes.
through that door with
Miss
it closed.
Hendricks.
Was your well, look at God. Look at that full circle.
Right?
That is actually
full circle.
really dope.
That's how that happens.
One time for the hendo. Okay, and I ain't talking about the henny. I'm talking about Henergy.
The Hendricks.
The Henergy. That's Ryan's new company name, Henergy.
Oh, yeah.
Hendricks
good.
Energy. That's
Very
dope,
good.
right?
Yes.
Actually, she's was somebody nominated her to be Teacher of the Year. So I'm excited to find out. That comes out in June.
Yeah.
I hope she was Teacher of the Year 2 years ago at her school in Atlanta, and they sent her to China. She went for like 15 days.
You got this, Sensei?
Yeah, man. It is National Teachers Day, and for you, whatever y'all call yourselves, it's National Star Wars Day. Those people have a name. There's a name for that. Like
Todd would know. I think he's a big Star Wars fan.
Todd Stroger. Yeah, there's like the galaxy or something. I definitely remember it. I'm about to tell my age in real life. When Star Wars came out, we saw it at the drive-in, the 49er in Valparaiso, Indiana. First time at the drive-in. That was Star Wars. That was a long time ago. And you know that drive-in is still open and we still go there in the summer?
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Have you ever been to the drive-in?
Yes, absolutely.
Nephew, have you ever been to the drive-in?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that it's like 30 minutes away. It's not far. Drive-ins came back during the
had to.
pandemic.
Candace had a teacher named Mr. Haynes. Hey.
Oh,
hey,
well,
hey,
come
hey.
on, circle. Come on, God. Come on, won't he do it? All we need is one more circle. So it is May is National High Blood Pressure Education Month. Something that we all need to pay attention to, as historically it runs in families of color. And let's be clear, high blood pressure, you can be almost 55, have 2 healthy children, never had high blood pressure before, eat barely anything other than vegetables, drink a lot of coffee and a lot of champagne, and still have high blood pressure, because they tried to, for about a year. They thought I was going to have to be on medication. So it doesn't look like anything other than high blood pressure. So nobody's exempt from having high blood pressure. If you think because you're vegan, if you think because you don't drink, if you think, a lot of high blood pressure comes from stress.
Yeah, big time.
And so you got to learn how to take care of yourself. Because if you learn how to take care of yourself and protect your peace, then a lot of that stuff goes away in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
It is National Mental Health Month. Mental health is real, connected to blood pressure and stress and the world. And in this pandemic, blood pressure and mental health have increased exponentially. Again, a lot in our community. Not to say that anybody else's community hasn't experienced it, but ours for sure, because we don't deal, everything's taboo for us. You know, we don't want to talk about, we say crazy, but we don't understand the levels of mental health and the disease it is. It is National Lupus Awareness Month. Lupus is also very prevalent in the Black community. And lupus doesn't come till later. Lupus don't hit you like at 4. Lupus pop up on you in your 20s. Yeah, it's a tricky joint, okay? And it is also it's Dawn's birthday week.
Yes. Turn up. We can feel the energy.
National is.
I'm like, it's somebody's birthday.
It's a baby.
Like you wrote in, like, oh, okay, it's birthday. It's
and I got hazed when I came in.
Yeah, you did.
I'm just saying. Do you have weather for us? Because when I looked at the weather, clearly I should have called you, because I put on a short sleeve T-shirt and this jacket and walked out my door and was like, whew.
Yeah,
I could have used a hoodie.
We've had a little drizzle this morning. Right now it's currently 52 degrees. It's going to be cloudy all day today. But don't let that keep you from going outside. This morning I took a walk on the lakefront. It was beautiful. The birds were chirping.
Chilly than a mofo.
Yes. Well, no, it was lovely.
What did you have on?
A big sweater.
See, that's you know the Get Fresh crew is comprised of, there's a hippie in our crew. Look, I ain't gonna say no names. I'm just cracking my neck this way. Okay. It was beautiful. I left out in the same area of where she was walking and hit that corner, and that wind was like, welcome home. Like slapped the dog taste. Remember we said that, slap the dog taste? Pop. I'm like, I started buttoning up and said, should I go back in? No, I'm already actually late. And then, you know me, I can't drive by the Starbucks and just say no, because I'm like Pookie. I'm like, it keeps on calling me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Man, I go in, I feel guilty. I'm like, can I have a, and then they say to me, first of all, everybody on every shift in that Starbucks knows my name. If you go in there right now and just say, Dawn said, give her drink, they'll be like, oh, okay. They already know what it is. And you know what they're going to ask you now? Does she want the green and the white mocha too?
And you know what's crazy?
They pay attention.
I went to McDonald's and they didn't have the one I was by my crib. They was out of frappes. And I'm like, wow. Hopefully Dawn grabs.
I surely did. And it was 8:45 and I looked at the thing and I was like, well, Maze ain't getting off till 9:05 anyway, so I'm gonna take my time. But I was wrong. I was wrong today, and I'm okay admitting when I'm wrong sometimes. Today, I'm okay with it because I'm embracing that I'm not right all the time, even though I technically am.
Oh,
but I'm, I'm not. But I am. But I'm not. See, birthdays. I have some birthdays.
Come on.
I missed some birthday. I don't know if don't be mad at me. So if your birthday was last week, blanket happy birthday last week. Okay. Vince Bass, one of the homies, one of my dear friends, Vince Bass, had a birthday while I was gone. My nephew, Melvin Pumphrey III, my cousin, you know what they say, my hitter, my shooter, my cousin, Ricky Frazier. Not to be trucked with, okay? Happy birthday, Ricky. Happy birthday to my other cousin, Gerald Frazier. Who is Jeremiah's brother. Did Jeremiah say happy birthday to his brother? Or am I about to start a family fight? Okay, never mind.
His brother's name is Gerald?
Because their dad's name is Gerald.
Hey,
Gerald. And Big Gerald is a Taurus like me. That's my Taurus uncle.
Okay.
Actually, his birthday is the same day as Mr. Milhouse because Mr. Milhouse is a Taurus. Happy birthday, Malachi Brown. Happy birthday, Tim Fullerton, one of the baddest musicians in the town. Happy birthday, Caleb Henry IV, and Chase Chisholm, who worked for me at Park 52. A full you think I'm energetic? Happy birthday to y'all. If I missed your birthday, I'm sorry. Just email us, Lady Milhouse, a book of Dawn at Gmail that I didn't make yet, but it will be made because I just forgot that I didn't make it when I was about to say it out loud. Sorry, Mary
Just
Q.
pretend it's already made.
I'm gonna be 10. We're not gonna pretend. I'm gonna be 10 because you be 10 when you little.
Hey.
Don't we be 10?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So, word of the day.
Make believe.
Raillery. Raillery. Raillery is a noun. Its origin is the mid-17th century France. It's a French word, French origin. It means good-humored teasing. So kind of like what I'm doing right now with Maze, with the whole he's tardy for the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm railing him. This is raillery. It's good-humored teasing.
Don't say it that way.
That this is raillery?
Oh, railing.
I'm railing him.
No, you ain't gonna get me in trouble with the first lady. Yeah. So raillery, we do that a lot around here at the What's in It for the Black People
This
Media
is true.
Studios. There's a lot of raillery, lot of raillery.
So you know what that sounds like? Fruckery.
Yeah, friends.
As in, take out the R, but yeah.
Yeah.
Raillery.
It's a lot of that
That's
goes
raillery,
on
fam.
around here.
A lot of raillery
Yeah.
there.
Yesterday we experienced a little of that. Hey y'all, we got some behind the scenes of teaching Big Mark how to sit in this chair. That was pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
How
that
come
was
I
dope.
can't see y'all? Y'all just thought y'all just want to do that after 9:30?
Yeah, you can't see me anyway. I'm trying to adjust over here.
Y'all not on the camera?
I was waiting on you.
Oh, what was you waiting for? They don't want to see me when your weather voice come on. It goes from scratchy to. I'm like, okay. At
We
that
in now,
point,
we in now.
we up in here. This the Get Fresh crew. I'm gonna come up with a rap today,
All right,
like
let's do
Dougie
it.
Fresh when it was me, Chill Will and Barry V. I'm gonna come up with something. I'm a little. I'm
already
gonna sample Dougie.
You gotta drop a beat.
Not today though.
I thought
Not
it was today. What happened?
It's Freestyle
You did
Friday.
say today.
You said today.
I did say
yes,
that?
you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
When
You
I
just
say
said
that?
it just now.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah, just now.
Listen, can I just tell y'all, my relationship with Tuscaloosa is not over because Jay afforded me the opportunity. Oh, congratulations to the graduates. All of the graduates. There's a lot of graduations happening, right? Happy congratulations to Jay's class from Trinity. Jeffrey Mayberry, happy birthday, Jeff. Went to graduated with Jay from high school. Went to St. Xavier College, played ball. 2 bachelors and a semester away from a master's later, and having played basketball all 4 years.
Yes.
An honor student.
Yes.
Like, man, these youngins is like doing the thing, right?
Focus right there.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Jay. Graduated on Alabama President's List. Her best friend and roommate, Patricia Smith. Honor student, Dean's List. Sophie, Ashlyn, Liv, like the whole squad. Like, they just went down there like, 4 years of college? Psh, like, okay, it was not quite that easy for me. but
Definitely wasn't that easy.
they make it look real easy. So I'm happy.
Well, when you got a good support system and everybody is in the same headspace, it can be done
True.
better,
True.
easier, faster,
And
wiser.
shouts out to John Mechie III and Shane Lee. Those are 2 will now be seniors. They'll probably graduate from school early because they started in the early entry program at Alabama. But y'all stay tuned for them. Next year's first round top 5 picks.
Yeah,
Those guys.
Okay.
They said, Mama D, are you gonna come back? Boy.
Of course.
If you think for 1 minute I won't be screaming from wherever my seat is, John Mechie III. Like, yeah. And you know, I call everybody by their government name, right? If the peoples is looking for you, you're caught. So we go to graduate. First of all, graduation was at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the drinking starts in the morning if the graduate. We're not going to wait. So Peace family rented a Airbnb or Verbo, big, dumb, stupid lake house, wrap around, two levels, wrap around porches, cases of liquor, barbecue, Jay ordered from some place, down south they eat white barbecue sauce. Okay. Well, we we had to stop ourselves from drinking at 3:30 so that we could be sober enough to get dressed to go to graduation.
Right.
We go to graduation. It was easy breezy because they did it differently. They didn't do it by last name. They did it by when you check in. So even though she's an H and Patricia's an S, our families were together. So they checked in together. So they graduated right behind each other. Okay. So we were like, okay, put somebody in the middle of y'all. So one scream won't out-scream the other scream, even though they told us not to scream. Who made that rule and why did y'all make that rule? Nobody listens. We won't give you a degree. Oh, you going to give? Oh, what you going to do? Or you going to give me a refund for all that money?
Yeah, that's been a rule for a while
for
now.
Ages.
Let them really start implementing the rule, though. I bet y'all don't scream no more.
Bet you I'm going to be asking for a refund and have a civil lawsuit. You can run that $250 back. That's what you can do. Tell me I can't scream.
Same thing at my graduation. It was like, y'all
college ain't cheap.
Yeah.
And out of state.
Exactly. I'm gonna scream my ass.
Girl, I'm going to do whatever I damn well please after we dropped a house. Okay. That's what we got in my New Orleans voice. Okay, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But we they did that and then they got to walk right out. So there was no wait till the end. And
so did you guys leave right after?
We took some pictures and we was at the club in 13 minutes.
Yes.
And that was something. Some of it I probably shouldn't repeat. Let me just say this. It was a lot of, what you say, fruckery?
Fruckery and revelry.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. But we danced. Yeah, one lady walked, we danced like we graduated. But I think that's parents, we can dance like we graduated because I did feel like I was down there at school. So, yeah, if you care to watch it, just all you got to do is watch the first 15 minutes. My baby graduated. And if you want to send her a gift, you're more than welcome to because she got to get out of her parents' pockets now. So she might need your help, y'all. Nephew Ron, don't forget what I have to do for you. I didn't forget. I forgot, but I didn't forget.
Oh, okay.
That. Right, that.
Sound like we.
Right. It sound like we own one, right? Hey, listen, we're going to take a break. This is the Book of Dawn from the What Center for the Black People Media Studios. We'll be right back.
WIIFTBPM. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is Everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Toy. It goes, love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions.
Damn.
How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Now, I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink meat.
Pink, so it's like you see it.
Pink tip, it'd be pink.
And then pink on the
I
tip.
don't like
So have a light-skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dark, so it's not as off to me. I feel like it's supposed to be pink because they light-skinned, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to be dark because then I'm going to say you dirty.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at the Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
It ain't nothing like being fresh, baby. Living 100% free. So fresh. Let's go. Let's go. It's the one and only D. Jones, baby. I'm so fresh. Nothing can save you. This be the season for crushing the haters. Cut off the lesser and deal with the greater. Don't let nobody separate you from creator. Fuck you, don't do me no favors. If you gon' keep on saying I owe you a favor, do it from your heart, the reward gon' be greater. Go from being a private lieutenant to major. The spirit has so many flavors, but we can't see when focus is strictly on paper. We all have big faces on paper. Let's get this money, we'll change our behavior. And be fresh every day, change your attitude. Cut the hate, ain't scared to tell the truth. Steady elevating, become a different you. Let's celebrate, we fresh every day. Fresh every day, but you gotta choose to cut the hate, ain't got nothing to lose. Steady elevating, become a better you. We fresh to death, oh, we know we so. Give love your attention, no turning back, gotta make it your mission. To let go of the trauma, the problems, addictions. Don't let nobody pull you in negative issues. 90% of it's mental. Change the way you think is the key, it's essential. Cause loving yourself is essential. It's time to drop all the shit you done went through and be fresh every day. Change your attitude, cut the hate, ain't scared to tell the truth. Steady elevating, become a different you. Let's celebrate, we fresh every day. Fresh every day, but you gotta choose to cut the hate, ain't got nothing to lose. Steady elevating, become a better you. We fresh to death, oh, we know we so
fresh. Get fresh, crew.
Get fresh, crew.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. Comments are hilarious. Candace Mack said that we
y'all wasn't listening. I was trying to get y'all attention.
I did. You know why I tuned it out. Do you want to shoot the gun or no? Okay. I'll tell you why I tuned the shit out. I mean, I ain't been here 8 minutes. I tuned it out because it's new. And
who was that? Who was it?
It was for We Code Wednesdays. But so it's my birthday, so I'm going. I mean, I'm gonna go anyway. But I'm gonna use my birthday as leverage, right? Have y'all heard a drop for me or no?
Yeah, like
sips coffee.
When I made one, you know.
18 days plus 2 times 9 ago.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Because guess what I found out yesterday?
What you found out?
Yesterday.
What happened?
Black speak. Cuz don't know how to do it. Jeremiah.
Cut him like that. Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So here's the thing. I need a favor from y'all. Because when he said, oh, I could do that, cuz just tell me the show. And the part. Oh, really, Kevin Hart? Yeah, it's going down.
Okay.
See? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Amen. Why are you laughing? You know they can see you. You so tickled, too. You so tickled. Yeah, shots fired. But no, yeah, hit. Get Candace in them comments. Get her to my here she go. It's her fault. You know why it's her fault? Today, on today, it's Candace's fault because she had me at one of my favorite restaurants last night. She knows it's my favorite, and she takes me every year for my birthday, in my birthday week. I love the crab claws from Joe's. And so last week she was like, you know, Joe's got to be on the schedule next week. And so I came back in town. I popped in here and did some work with y'all, and then I left because I had a date with Candace and Lisa and little Lisa.
You don't stop.
Man, and them margaritas was fat. And then we ran into some of the homies that I knew from Hyde Park when I was there, and they, always talking smack, and I talked smack right with them, and then sent the first round of drink check over there. I told the waitress they got that one. They was like, hold on. Oh, wait a minute now. Hey, you gonna have you can talk smack, but you're gonna pay for it. And I told the table, everybody order. My best friend says, I'm not drinking. She's a lieutenant. Okay, well, she wants and I want two, and she wants two, and then you send that check over there, okay? But it was good. And then they start cracking on me because all the servers walked up and was like, oh, my God, I haven't seen you in a long time. And she turns around, Candace turns around and looks at me and goes, see, that means you're here too much.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, probably. I cook sometimes.
So is your plan to do something every day this week?
My plan?
Because we turned up tonight, right?
My plan is to do 55 things.
Golly.
So this will be
that's
still
fine.
happening in September because in July I'm doing that car experience, that super dope Porsche, and you got to drive the whole, not the one that's there now. I'm talking about the one that tours the country. Mm-hmm. We have decided that Bruno Mars in Vegas is on the table. I'm a huge Bruno Mars fan, and that Silky Sonic song got me in my feelings. Black speak, not feelings, my feelings. It's different when you're in your feelings and your feelings, okay? That leader, I had to take a breath. Have y'all heard the words to that song?
Leave the door open.
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Oh, don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. Like,
You said it like this, so
like a conversation. It is. He says. Let me tell you. He covers. Hold on. He covers everything. I gotta.
He got you in your feelings,
baby. Listen to this. I'm gonna say it just like Bruno because I'm gonna be on stage with Bruno Mars, and I'm gonna sing this song because he knows that I'm his biggest fan in my head, but in real life, he says, "Where are the lyrics?" He says, what you doing? And then, of course, he says it again. When I say it, y'all say it. Because that y'all got to be my chorus guy. What you doing?
What you doing?
Where you at?
Where you at?
Oh, you got plans?
You got plans?
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
I'm sipping wine. In a robe. Drip, drip. I look too good to be alone. Listen to this. Not okay. That's the intro. That's the call. That's the call. What you doing?
Going on.
My house is clean. My pool is warm. I just shaved, smooth like a newborn. I can't get his notes, but okay. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing, and the west wing of this mansion was happening. Not happening, happening. He says, I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. He don't say it like that, but that's what they wrote. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'm gonna leave the door. Boy, it's a come up, boy. It's the new. Let me finish.
I'm convinced. I'm gonna listen to it on break. I'm over here sipping.
I'm gonna leave the door open, and then he says, "I'm gonna leave," and he said, "And I'm gonna leave the door open." You gotta listen to it, and then he says, "That you feel the way I feel." And you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through.
I don't know if I can take anymore.
Listen to me. He said, "Oh, you're so sweet. You're so tight. Oh, listen, you're so tight. I won't bite unless you like. If you smoke, what you smoke, I got the haze, purple haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got fillets." He says, Oh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, let's jump in. It's bubbling. I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'm going to leave the door open. That you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you tonight, tell me that you're coming through. Girl,
you make this song sound more romantic than it is.
It is. No, it is. It is romantic. It is romantic. And then he go, woo. You know how Jeffrey do, woo, 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 make you woo, woo, woo. He say, woo, 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 woo. It is the new.
Taking me out this.
Some kids going to be born off this song.
I'm just going to sip on my whipped cream.
You sipping in a row? I'm telling you, it's a thing. I'm just telling y'all that song it's gonna be some children named Bruno or Anderson because it's a group now, and just for
don't name the kid Bruno.
Well, Bruno Mars. Somebody's gonna use the name.
I went to school with a guy named Bruno.
In Chicago, somebody black. Yes, there is. I found out that there's a pop-up turn-up for the Taurus gang tonight.
That's gonna be hot.
Yep. I wasn't prepared for it because I thought I was gonna have a little break for my little celebration for myself. But I found out there's a pop-up, and it's over at the fire brigade. So if you want to come through, especially if you're a Taurus, 8401 South Kedzie, 6 o'clock.
8401 South. All right, it's in the hood.
Yeah.
It says
8401 South Kedzie. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And thank you to my girls who decided to do a pop-up. I was like, oh, we got a party to go to?
We there?
Are we there?
We in there.
Yeah. Right. And Candace, you can talk about me if you want to. I'm wearing what I got on. Candace says she is the queen of y'all gonna take me with what I got on or I'm not going. Right. Yeah, oh, we're going to a ball. Okay. Well, I have on sneakers.
I understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Did y'all see what I wore to Jay's graduation?
Nah, but
some white jeans, them white Converse.
Riddles, after Riddles, I was like, okay, this TT. She wore the same thing from the show.
Yeah, I'm not about to. If I got to change, it's got to be like Mr. Milhouse saying, we have an event where I have to be Mrs. Milhouse, not just Dawn. Then I'll go home and, put on my, all that, my shirt and do my hair and my older lady and, my different jewelry. But if it's just me.
I feel you on that.
And Candace is always like, what do you have on? I'm like, you thought I was going to. I'm not going to add another thing to the laundry. Why would I do that? I feel like I look appropriate. Even Maze tries to get something.
It's about what you feel.
It's about not giving a.
Yeah, it's about what you have going on for you right now, and if you're comfortable in your skin. That's the only thing that matters. That's what I look at.
Yeah, I ain't changing today, y'all.
Can I just tell y'all that back in the day, you can ask Vince Pass, you can ask my cousin Tony. When I was working in the nightclub, I invented wearing your pajamas to the party.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had some Mickey Mouse pajamas. If you know me, you know I love Mickey Mouse, right? I had some Mickey Mouse, a two-piece Mickey Mouse joint with some red. It was, Mickey Mouse is red, white, and black. I had some red, white, and black Air Max. I walked up in that club like I had on St. John.
On Versace.
I'm telling you, Givenchy, all that. Is he on?
We have Corey in the house.
Okay, come on. Pop up. It's the brown door, and I want to introduce y'all to my friend for many years, Corey Fuller. Is he on? Can we see him? Who that, Harpo? Corey Fuller, good morning.
Good morning. Well, who knocking on the door like they breaking in?
That was you. I can't with you.
That was me knocking on the door?
That was you. Corey Boucher Fuller, born May 1st. He's a Taurus too, y'all. One time for gang gang. Happy belated birthday, Corey. That was a long clap. That was like an ovation. Listen.
I should get that.
Let me just give y'all a disclaimer. Corey is a full Taurian, okay? Corey Fuller is an American football coach, former player, and now, and I got him for 15 minutes, so we're going to have him back when we can have him longer. But he took time out of his work schedule today to have an important conversation. I saw an Instagram post that he made a couple weeks ago, and I said, Corey, I would love to have you either on my show or the Big. So maybe when you come back, you'll be on the Big. So we'll just give the preview here. Corey is an all-star National Football League veteran, and now an advocate not just for community, but for mental health and the support, the lack of support from the powers that be in professional sports. And so, Corey, without further ado, can you share with our viewers what you are tirelessly fighting for awareness with former players and the lack of support that you feel like is not being received by your peers?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show, Dawn. Like you said, we've been friends for many years. I make a lot of posts. That's the only one that grabbed you.
No, actually, yesterday I saw a post. You was in the rain and you was fierce. That was the community
about 5,
piece.
6 years ago.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I'm a high school coach, so I'm a high school football coach as well now. And I just think there's so many things lacking with athletes, because one thing most parents and kids don't know, everybody's not going pro. So mental health and depression is a big problem with athletes post-career. All of them know how to go to the pros to have these problems. I think a lot of people have these problems in their life every day. Like today I talked about purpose and your passion meaning your purpose and your purpose meaning your passion. So a lot of people that walk around every day have mental issues and depression issues because 9 times 10 they don't feel like they're where they should be at in life. And so those things, situation, childhood trauma, losing a loved one, it all leads to mental health and depression, and most time it's combined together. So with ex-athletes, let me just speak directly on me.
Okay.
After playing 10 years in the NFL, it took me almost 2 years just to get myself back up. No matter what people say and tell you, you can have all the money in the world, you can have all the women, the pretty houses. When a career is over with, there will be a state of depression that sets in.
Okay.
You can't go from being a kid from the age of 5 or 6 and do something until you're 30 plus years old, and then it's just gone. And that's what people don't understand about the NFL. It's a full-time business. The things that fans see on Sunday, that's just a format.
Okay.
That's just the joy and excitement of the business part of it. But the business part of it, every Tuesday in the National Football League is the day off, and every Tuesday they're bringing in players to try to make the roster better, per se.
Okay.
That part of it. They don't give us insurance. We don't have lifetime insurance with the NFL. Everything is geared for a return by them. Even the money that they took out of our checks to put away for us to have retirement and all that stuff, to have annuity and 401k. They take your money and they hold it X amount of years after you retire. In some cases, it's a great thing because if you happen to spend all your money, you will have money there. But the mental part of it and the depression part, when I spoke on it, is because there's a lack of help of ex-players from the NFL. I had a few people inbox me that's players that work for the NFL and say, we have all these great things. I've been denied a permanent disability. Since I've been out the league, I've had multiple surgeries on my knees. My back right now has 2 basically black discs. My discs are no good in the lower part of my back, but my doctor said if you start getting surgery, I sleep with a CPAP machine. I always was a fit guy. I have head trauma from the game. There's just so many things that they force you to either, because you have to take care of yourself. If you don't, you won't make it post career. A lot of these guys, with the situation that happened with the guy in South Carolina, it's very obvious that guy either was busted emotionally, financially, or mentally, or all three of them met at the same time, and it turned into a hailstorm. Because what the NFL is good at, they're good at frustrating you on when you're trying to go get benefits post career. So once people get frustrated, I just think that's when all this mental illness, the mental health, the depression sets in. And to be honest, they're just a walking time bomb at that time. You know, I don't think even these guys that be doing these mass killings, they wasn't born like that. They was created into that. And they just woke up and said, this gonna be the day. And with that guy, unfortunate for that family and those grandkids and the worker that was outside, that was the day. But we can see, and the thing that bothers me is the media does not cover this the same as they do police brutality. They do not cover black on black crime the same way. But when one of them do it, it's just he's mentally ill. Well, what led to the mental illness? What got that person in that state? So when football players do it, it's swept up under the rug because the NFL is such a big business.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fight. People don't realize the NFL is not owned by no one owner. It's not owned by nobody. It is individually owned by 32 billionaires that all are in cahoots together to keep the structure set in place for them to continue to monetize it at the highest level. You know, we have there's a myth that people think all NFL players make money. I was drafted in 1995 in the second round of the NFL draft, and I made $188,000. But I'm in the NFL, but everybody think I'm making millions of dollars. Yeah. I was barely making $200,000 at that time. Yeah. So, you know, if you don't do the right thing, everything that coincides with the game, especially the trauma from all the brutality of the game, is going to catch up to you. You can't play in the NFL for 10 years, run into people for a living and don't think nothing is wrong with the person. But for some reason, we seem to keep having that problem with us ex-players of getting rightfully benefits that are due to us. We keep being denied. That's why I think that's what's leading to it. And I really went in a deep, dark place after my career was over with. And it took me some time to get up. Football didn't save my life, but football did. It changed my life structure from growing up in the project to being a nice home in a gated community to being able to do for my mother and grandmother. But it didn't save teachers, coaches, rightfully people that God sent my way at the right time helped save my life.
Corey,
I had a hardworking mother and grandmother.
Let me ask you this. Because there are so many of you, what does the association do? Are you still a part of the Players Association after you are a veteran?
I refuse to join. I refuse to join it. I don't look at NFL football. I'm not going to the Super Bowl. I do no functions. You probably would notice. I may put a picture of me up in my uniform, but you never hear me talk about the NFL on my social media platform. And I'm not. I'm not going to push a brand that doesn't support us. You know, so they can make it seem how they want to, spin it off the way they want to. I know the truth. They know the truth. In due time, the court system will iron it all out. But in the meantime, we have players that's out here hurting. There's players in the league that's hurting too.
True.
Because I was clinically depressed in the NFL.
And with no support, with no support system.
Now they tried to put me on medicine, but I took it for a while. My pastor just like, when we talked about it, like, don't take that medicine. Your God is stronger than the medicine. So I got off the medicine and I just went ahead and got myself back together. But I was in the league, in training camp, didn't feel like I could play no more. You know, life, you only can buy so much.
Yeah.
You only can fly so much and do, like I try to tell my wife all the time, the afterlife of work don't owe me nothing. God has protected me and blessed me. If I ain't had it by now, I'm not gonna have it. And that's just the bottom line. So,
now, Corey, tell me, you have a campaign, Just Do the Work. Tell me about that. Where was that? How did
Just
you?
work.
Just
if you
work.
listen to that video,
I did.
if you listen to that video, and if you listen to it, when I say all we're gonna do is work, that's where it comes from.
Okay.
Because when I was a kid, all I remember doing is working hard for my dream.
Okay.
My mother didn't make me go get a summer job. She didn't make me have to go work, even though we was living in the project. So, like I talk to my friends about it all the time. I never remember going home after I got in middle school. After school, the bell rang to get out of school. I never went home. I always was doing a sporting activity after school. So I was always going home damn near dark, but I was chasing a dream. So all I remember is I was just working. So that my motto was just work and everything will work out. If you work it, it works. Most people don't work whatever their passion, whatever they calling it, they don't work it. They have a gift, but they won't use the gift. So the Bible speaks of the gifts, and most people abuse their gift. The richest place in the world with gifts are the graveyard.
Wow.
So my motto is if you just work, it works.
Yeah. So it seems like from knowing you, even post your retirement, you always had a heart to serve the community. But what I see now in your post career is that is you're completely committed to making certain that you instill more than how to play the game, but the learning the business of the game and things and options outside of the game, but really just the ethic of doing the work. Are the children receptive of that? Is it hard to change the mindset of I want to go to the pros to the young kids?
It's hard to change the mindset of anybody that's come up in the environment that we grew up in. You know, I work in a town outside of the city I live in, and it's a one high school town. I see more kids, bigger than the kids we have on the football field, walk around the school. So the mindset is not just trying to change a kid about the pros. It's just trying to convince a kid when you have a talent, you can go to college.
Sure.
And honestly, it was hard for me to believe that too growing up. Because when my coach actually said it to me, I said, Coach, where I'm from, people don't go to college. I'm just out here playing football because I'm one of the best players in our community. And then he said to me, you can go to college the second time. And I looked at him and I knew he was real. One thing I was good at a young age was identifying with the truth.
Okay.
And it helped carry me to who I became and who I am now. What I do to give back is because what happened to my brother. My brother was killed at 18. So my major was criminology. I was in my sophomore year of college, and I changed my major to child development. And I vowed that day I saw him laying on that gurney in the funeral home. After the night he got shot, I vowed to him and to God, I would build a platform that I would be able to serve and work with kids until I die. And I used to tell the guys in the locker room, I'm gonna be bigger out of the NFL than I am in the NFL. And I'm working towards that, not for selfish reasons, but to help change kids' future. Every kid we send to school that comes back home with a degree, the foundation of his last name for generations to come has changed. It's not about the NFL with me, because I already know there's only 1,700 players going to the NFL. There's 132 Division I schools, 128 Division I AA schools. Just multiply that by 10 seniors. Then you got Division II, Division III, NIA. You multiply that by, it's only 257 picks, 258 picks a year in the NFL draft. 300 guys go to the combine, 200 of them are drafted. So like when I speak, these numbers I spit out is because I've done the research to let people know if you really want your dream, you got to be willing to die for it. Eric Thomas, he's making millions of dollars saying you got to breathe. You got to want to breathe as bad as you want to live, with however he said. But he's never experienced that for real. He said some glitchy hit and it caught and went on. But I really know that because there's 8.3 plus billion people in the world. There's only 1,700 football players a year.
Wow.
So this job, you just not going to go apply for it and get it. You got to go take it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that, you know, one of the biggest things, people that have tools or gifts, they are afraid to die for what they really want. They think they are willing to do it. They're not. I was willing to die to change my grandmother and mother's life. I did not want them to die in the projects. Like I had a poor dream when you really look at it. My dream was to own a Mercedes-Benz, buy polo shirts. I didn't even get into suits until I got in my third or fourth year in the NFL. I used to go to games with polo shirts on and Air Force Ones. It was a poor dream with a great ending to it.
Sure.
But the poor dream became a big reality because I was willing to die for it. But you know why? Because I seen white kids in elementary pull up to school in Mercedes-Benz and wear polo shirts. And no matter how you want to slice it in America, there is no standard in the black community. That's why we are like we are. So you have to look somewhere to get the vision. Once you get the vision, then you go create the dream. Once you create a dream, then you run out there. But we're afraid to get the vision. So most of our dreams are hollow and shallow.
Wow. That's deep.
That's what I instill in my kids.
This is the whole word.
Yeah. Corey, let me ask you this. Do you,
I know a lot of times.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead with your question.
No. It's your time. I know I have you for only like 8 more minutes.
You feel a lot of people, like you see a lot of grown people, they motivational speakers, public figures. What have you done to get that? See, it's so easy to get those titles and put them on. Everybody got a podcast. I had 3 or 4 requests this morning to come on podcast, which I'm going to try to push my brand, so I'm going to do it. I'm doing this because I love you and we're friends. You want this to glow and blow? Dawn, you got to be willing to die for this. So you have to study, you have to work when nobody else working. When they working, you got to work harder. When they sleep, you got to be working. That's what I did when I was an athlete. So what I've done, like I talk about my purpose and my passion this morning on my Instagram, I've taken that same passion and put it into a new purpose. And that purpose is to save kids. One kid at a time. The Bible said one saint got 10,000 before he left the earth. I'm on a mission to get my 10,000. So every time I change somebody's life, and most of the time now when I speak on social media, it's not to kids, it's to grown-ups that's in my inbox. Yeah. I needed that. That was a word for me today. So y'all don't know who's listening to you. And the Bible also says this because I try to encourage people, not just kids, don't despise small beginnings. So however big your platform is now, don't worry about that. Don't get frustrated. Don't get caught up looking at other people. Keep your eye on your vision, your dream, and work it. Because if you work it, it works. Yeah. And that's why it just works.
Yeah, and so you're selling. This is his Instagram. Put that in the thread so that they can follow him. And so are you selling? Are you sold out of merchandise already? I know you recently started.
No, we're not sold out. We're taking the orders. So we get like the 25, the 30 orders. We place the order. 7 to 10 days, the people's shirts will be to them, and that's how we're gonna rock and roll till it blow. But it's gonna blow. Like I just did a thing with an hour chat with some people in the UK, and the man was like, "Man, there's no way you're not gonna blow. It's just one moment, one opportunity, and it comes, and it's gonna happen." And that's where I'm at. That's my mindset. Just keep working, keep your head down, and when in God's timing, it's all gonna connect, and it's gonna go. And it's gonna blow.
Now let me mention before I let you go. I know that Deion Sanders is your best friend. He's also a good friend of mine. Y'all had a conversation about the recent draft and the fact that there was not one football player drafted from an HBCU. Why is that?
Like the early part of this conversation was about the business of the NFL. Okay. So when I went to Florida State in the 1990 to 94 and got drafted in 95, people don't understand this. It's not that they don't. The NFL is a business. They want the best piece of meat they can find on the market that fits what they're trying to do in their organization. I don't blame the NFL for not drafting. What needs to happen is the HBCUs need to hire better coaches. They need to put a better product on the field. And which in turn, what I'm saying to you, you're not going to go to a high school trying to work at, what's the man that got the richest man in the world right now, the little Basil guy. He's not going to have you come work at Amazon in the top part of Amazon and you still in high school. Right. He's going to go to the top institutions in the country and find the best talent and try to hire them at Amazon.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing with the NFL. They're going to the best institution. They're picking kids from schools that are smaller than black college. But this is the thing. The black college presidents don't want nobody to be bigger than them. They won't fix their facilities. They won't fix their stadiums. They won't build nice dorms for football players. So guess what happened? The best high school players are going to the right institution. And they're being developed. You have to develop the talent. So when you're not getting the top talent out of high school, you're getting maybe a CD talent coming to your black institution. You may sprinkle a B in there every now and then. Then you're not developing. It's not going to go to the NFL. The NFL don't have time to wait for players to be developed. It's not a developmental league. It's a business league. So that's why they take the players from the Alabama of the world, the Georgias, the Florida States, the Miami. Those kids are developed. They're ready to walk in the door. They draft you in the top 3 rounds. They expect you to come in and play.
Yeah,
they don't expect you to come in and sit on a bench.
Yeah.
Right. They expect you to come in, produce, and play. You get drafted in 4th, 5th, 6th round, 7th round. You're fighting for your job. But the outside world don't know that. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to do something about that right there, what Dion talked about, because you're the second person today that has said that to me. Mm-hmm. And he went to HBCU. But until they get out of their own way, and I worked at an HBCU, I coached at one, until they get out of their own way, Don, they're going to continue to have the same thing. They can build all the pretty houses now, pretty dorm. They have to get better coaching. They have to get serious about the game. They have to make it, they have to monetize the game. HBCU historic alumni are so prideful for their college. They talk about us because we went to white institutions, but they don't realize the reason those white coaches get paid so much money, the alumni is giving back. The state don't pay coaches. The alumni do. Mm-hmm. The alumni builds those buildings for athletics, not the state that you live in. Like the University of Illinois, the state of Illinois is not giving Illinois football money for their football program. The coach may make $300,000 from the state. The rest of the salary is paid by alumni, but the average person on the outside don't know that. So the NFL wants the best product, and they're going to get it, and they're going to pay for it. You can't. The NFL is not for free, so we can't be mad at them when they're going to take us. What we got to do is learn how to play the game and get our players up to the standard because they're paying those players.
Yeah,
we're good, Don. We're good. I'll stay in here until about 11:20.
Okay, we got to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back because I want to ask you something else about an announcement that happened when I was just in Alabama last week. So we're going to take a quick break and come right back. It's Corey Fuller. Check him out on Instagram while we're on break. We'll be right back. It's the Book of Dawn.
WIIFTBPM. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Why y'all take some blended families?
Meaning white people? Or what? No, she mean like you got kids, this person got kids, y'all get together and bring the whole family together. I don't know. I have zero experience with it. I imagine it can be challenging. Mm-hmm. Especially, I think the older the children are, I think the more challenging it could be. I think if it's little children or something, you can kind of explain it to them, and they may like grow up together and kind of in that same space where this is mom, this is dad type thing. But if you talk about older kids where they literally have a mom or dad, another person like that has been in their lives, or when they're older, and you're like, oh no, this is your stepbrother, stepsister. Like, no, we like 17. Like, I'll bone her.
And if this family don't work, you can just give me to the game anyway. Ain't no other, it ain't gonna matter. No woman will ever be important. I'm not being an ass. I'm serious. In my mind, the value of that kind of a commitment is family. I got that already. So now we just chilling. So you ain't gonna really know my children.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
If you're ready for the truth and nothing but the truth, tune into the Book of Dawn. Remix. Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn, 9 a.m. weekdays from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. We are having a behind the brown door conversation with NFL veteran, now coach, mentor, Corey Fuller. Corey, I was in Alabama last week for the baby's graduation, and I think Wednesday or Thursday, the decision was made that college athletes can now make money off of their likeness. Well, thank God, it's about time. I don't know if that's just a football thing, because I heard it from my daughter working for Alabama football. But how do you feel about that? And will there be, now that that's a law or a rule, is it fair then to give reciprocity to people like you, who the colleges made tons of money off many years ago? Corey, can you hear me?
It looks like he's frozen right now.
Oh, he might be frozen. Well, can you hear me, Corey? Because I can hear him. Yeah. I don't know if he is frozen. Bull for the freeze. We'll have to ask him that when he comes back.
I can hear you.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Corey, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
I can now, yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I was froze.
So I asked when we were in when I was in Alabama last week for the baby's graduation, the rule was passed, or however you say it, the policy was passed that college football players can be paid for their likeness while in college.
Right.
Do you feel like I'm happy for that? It's long overdue. What will they do for veterans like you and Dion and all the people that they've made millions of dollars off your likeness many years ago? Is there a plan for that?
We're not in that category. They probably put some in there where guys can go back and try to monetize off of it, though. You know, like sell the guy jersey still, like in Dion. He's so popular at Florida State. His jersey will be so he'll make money off of it and stuff like that. But, you know, all these kids are making money on the internet today anyway. You know, they haven't done nothing that the world ain't doing. That's why they acting like they doing something. So, you know, if you got a social media platform, what they've done, though, is allowed a college scholarship player to do it. Mm-hmm. All these kids are making money in college off this social media, this TikTok and all. So I don't think they're doing nothing special. They want to monetize, just pay them for all the money they're making through ticket sales, through ticket sales and
through the $800 a night hotel cost.
Right, just pay them that way. They give them a little something, you know, a little stipend every month, but that's not enough. There should be money put aside for kids after their career, because every superstar in college football is not going to make it in the NFL. It's hard to believe, but it's just the truth. And there should be things set in place to help a kid go out into the world and create a new career for themselves. Should be things set in place. And when I look back at it in college, man, football first, get your degree second. That's just the truth. Mm-hmm. Those people making too much money to sit there and worry about what somebody's doing and all that. All they want to know, are you going to class to stay eligible so you can play on Saturday?
Yeah.
But at Florida State, they cared about us. but it was tough. It's just so me. I don't think I'm not putting too much into it. I think it all should be paid. But if you start paying college players, why go to pros? So
yeah.
one thing about it, they're not going to mess with the brand up on top of them. Because no matter how much the college make, they're not making what the NFL make. The NFL generated $19 billion last year.
In a pandemic. Was that?
Yeah, the TV deal. They just signed a $100 million TV deal. So they're going to get paid regardless. That's why they play football without no fans in the stand. The owners lost money on ticket sales, but the TV money paying the players.
Right. Wow. Well, Corey, listen, I know that you actually are taking a break from a work day to pop in. I'm grateful that you took the time to share what you're working on. It is National Mental Health Awareness Month, and you know the truth of it. I was just sharing with Mary off the air that one of the things that we have to get to a place of as Black people is we can have a different opinion, but everybody's experience is valid. We have all lived through what we've lived through, and until we learn to accept that my truth and your truth may not be the same color, it is still our truth, and we have to learn to agree, even though our experiences are different, for us to create a collective to get to another level. Is that what I said?
Right. Just because I don't come from a bigger city than yours, your city is no rougher than my city. Your truth is your truth. My truth is my truth. But the problem with Black people today, unlike when we was a lot younger and people was older than us, we're trying to make our truth be known to white people, and they don't care. We need to fix our truth in our community, and then we can start fixing some of these problems that are happening around this country to Black people. We can never get to it. See, people get offensive when I say this. I'm not giving no white man a pass to kill us with a badge and a gun. But honestly, until we address Black violence in the Black community, these people are never going to respect us. We can do police reform, whatever we want to do, but we're still going to kill each other. We're still going to have problems. And then if you do police reform, who's going to want to come to your neighborhood? Because everybody in the neighborhood is not telling on. Some people are telling. We have a bad culture of generational upbringing with this young population about when things are perpetrated in our own community, we won't speak on, we won't speak the truth. We have to learn how to love self first, learn how to love people that look like us. That is one of our biggest problems in America today. It is not systematically the money. Yes, we've had 400 years, but what if somebody at 50 like me hollering 400? I've never been in a field. I've never been whooped. We keep hollering about stuff that happened that we already know what happened. It's going to repeat itself because we're not doing something. And I work in the school system. Mm-hmm. My brother was killed by another Black child. I
can't. I think it can hear it, but hold on, Corey. We can't hear you. But I think the teleprompter can hear him, which is good. You can hear him. We can't. I hear him from.
I can't hear him either.
I hear him from somewhere. He must have froze again. Dang, that was good. That's a drop. Jeremiah Frazier, if you're paying attention, there's the clip. he just gave us the clip. So we should. He's probably trying to get a signal.
Yeah, let's take him out until he pops back in.
Yeah, but I hear. We can hear him.
Hey, there you go.
There he is. Corey, you broke. Can you hear us?
Yeah, one of my ex-teammates was calling in.
From Cleveland or Minnesota?
I work in the school system from the Ravens.
Okay.
He actually works at Jackson State with Dion.
Okay.
I was actually saying I work in the school system. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done. I watch Black kids every day come here and do not take advantage of one thing that will help close the gap in us and white people. The problem why racism looks so pushed in the forefront right now, Dawn, to be honest, our kids are not being educated. They won't read, they won't write, they won't learn math. So it comes a point in time in their life they don't realize that you only qualified to work at McDonald's. You only qualified to work at Burger King, and they don't realize that minimum wage job is going to have you struggling. Now, is everybody going to school? No. But if you learn how to read and write, understand math, you go get a great trade and make $100,000. You don't have to go to college to have a successful life. But we got to get at least high school educated. These babies are dropping out of school in the 8th and 9th grade now. In the old days, they did it because they had 10 brothers and sisters. Somebody had to go to help the mama feed and the daddy help feed the brothers and sisters. Today, we have no excuse. We don't have a best school system. No, I really wish I could show y'all this facility. I work with kids. We're coming from the dirt. But I figure out a way to how to get it done, how to win, how to we sent 40-plus kids to school in the last 4 years to college on scholarship. It's not because they're supporting us. I may have 2 or 3 moms working a booster club. I've never had a booster club at this high school that I work at. I've been here 3 times. I'm the only football coach that's ever won at this high school and actually saved kids. So, like, I'm telling you, the passion I had to be a football player, I have the same passion. But we need to have some real cold, hard conversation in the black community, in the black race, about us versus us. Listen how I just said, it's us versus us. And it shouldn't be us versus us. It should be us together versus everybody else. Like
against
everybody else
the whole
versus
world.
Us.
Absolutely.
Like everybody else against us. No matter what race come into this country, they can be nice, whatever. They set up shop in the black community. They make millions of dollars, and they treat us like boo-boo.
Yeah.
But we continue to take that because it's us versus us. Man, thank y'all for having me. God bless you.
Thank you. I love you, brother. I'll call you offline a little bit later. Check him out on Instagram, right. Coach Corey Fuller. Order a T-shirt. Just work. Thank you so much.
Order, not just one. Not order just one. I can't help the kids with one sale. I can't help the kids with one sale. Now, y'all got to order more than one. No. Thank y'all, though.
Okay. We appreciate you, Corey. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Jeremiah, if you're watching, that's the clip. It is us versus us, though. It is in a lot of situations. It really, for colorism, it's so many levels to it. And that whole, can you hear yourself? Oh, are you plugged up? Oh, you got to pull your thing from back there. Yeah.
Make sure it's plugged in the back of the microphone, that part. In the back of the microphone.
Oh, on the red part. Yeah. I think I hear it now.
You're good.
There you go. Is this thing on? That was deep. That was deep. Corey, let me tell you something. Since the day I met him, Corey Boucher, you know he from down south for real. That's Corey Boucher Fuller. He has been that candid since the very first time I met him. I'm like, okay, wow, he's outspoken.
That's why the work isn't done yet.
But he did bring up an interesting point, and I think we've touched on it before. We don't necessarily want to be plumbers. You know, that's not glamorous enough. But it's a gang of money in plumbing, because it's one thing. You can't have robots doing plumbing in your house, right? Because you can't afford the robot. So things like the trades, but there is a certain level of needing to know how to read and write and those things. And we do have poor school systems, but if you just start somewhere, you can get to your next. So I that's an interesting conversation. I'm certainly going to ask for him to come back when he has more time and chop it up with the real sports analysts, the bigs, because I'm sure they got a better handle on the direction of questions to ask somebody that has had that experience in the NFL, honestly. And I guess that it would be a good debate for Mays and Herman too. But I don't know how much time Corey has, because that would be an interest. I would love to see.
That would be wonderful.
That would be some kind of conversation.
Great minds think alike, or not,
or that
or not.
part. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you said he was on your pew, huh?
Yeah. That a lot of what he was saying was hitting home.
Yeah,
it hit home. It's do what you're supposed to do.
That's all.
And listen to your intuition, because we constantly ignore our intuition. No one is here by mistake. You are here with something to do. You know what it is. Get to work. Plain and simple. I love it.
And, well, I guess to add to that, I would say living your truth.
Yes.
Right? I would start with that. Living your authentic self. And really, and this, I don't mean this selfishly, but take care of yourself and the shit in your yard first.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Because ain't none of us perfect. Right? And I'm not saying you have to be perfect to go reach the community, but you got to be halfway decent enough in your own stuff to go make an influence anywhere.
Yeah.
And we don't have to save them all at the same time. Because when you save one, you have saved several. Because then the legacy lives through that person.
That's a part of being assigned to
Absolutely.
one another. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think obviously it's a part of a bigger conversation, but I would wholeheartedly agree with him that there are millions of ethnicities that come in our country, and it's them against us, and we're us against us, and it needs to be us against the world. You know, life is many colors, life is many ethnicities, but we do have to find a happy medium. We can't just argue forever about who doing it right and who doing it wrong and the system, and we have to
Take action.
Yeah, we have to be the system. We have to be like Crazy Joe in Jersey. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now you just call me Batman. That was one of my movies. Mr. Clark. Did y'all remember Lean on Me?
Oh yes, I do remember Lean on Me.
Nephew, you remember Lean on Me?
Of course.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Crack, don't you?
Because sometimes I say stuff that y'all like.
No, we got you on Lean on Me.
Okay, you got me on Lean on Me. Okay, well, I guess we could take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'll tell my joke, because I wanted to keep him on because we didn't have him for the whole time, and he literally took his break from class to jump on the show. And so
awesome.
I am grateful for that. So we're going to take a quick break and come back and finish this thing on out so I can go home and drink me some Pedialyte to get ready for round 17 or something. I don't know. We'll be right back. It's the Book of Dawn. Solution
WIFTBPM. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man Sadiq
and Cassiopeia.
Motivated by the days, the sandwiches of spam. Grilled cheese won't stop me from grilling those who are stealing the peace and safety of the community, because they releasing death and destruction on the community. A community where the people look like me and them. A place where mama and them stay. Not too far from where their children stay. You right. I want a peaceful neighborhood, and I'm not moving to the suburbs to have a peaceful neighborhood. Do we really have to take this, acting like we don't recognize this, still cooperate with this? You know what? The hell with this. Ram me behind a mic that's shaped like a middle finger. Pointing straight up with my middle finger to any poor politician, dealer, deaf, crooked cop, or lazy parent. It's apparent to create change, you have to have a work ethic that make it seem like you lost your brain, standing out like the Willis Tower. It's a brother that represents dedication, discipline, and dream reaching, accompanied by a voice called power. Who rhyming harder than a rebel with the pen? Representing the city of Point Guards is an extra large MC who rhymes always on point, always rhyming with a point behind the flow. One of my students said the rhyme so hard we should stop calling it flow. Let me tell you something else before I go. I was born to stand tall. I was born in Chicago.
That is Brother William Morris. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Chicago, homegrown. Every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
This is Tori Muhammad, and we want you to tune in to the Tori Muhammad Show that airs here on What's in It for the Black People Media every Monday and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We talk and celebrate Black-owned businesses, Black entrepreneurs, and we talk to some of the best people in the food industry here in Chicago, Black chefs, Black restaurateurs. So make sure that you tune in to us every Monday and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I'm not trying to pressure you, I won't go there.
your dude is calling you, girl. You better drive fast.
Always.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. Hey, listen, that's Fel Davis, right? Nephew, is that Fel? Fel Davis, Slick, Jay Adams, Maurice Mahan will be performing at Tavern on LaGrange. They're doing like a throwback salute to the Shylights and stuff. I cannot wait for that, to see that concert. Fel Davis, y'all can find that song is on our SoundCloud second playlist, right? Listen to this joke though. I got a joke. The crazy thing is I did not know Corey Fuller was going to call in today, right? Because you never know who's coming behind the brown door. And when you get a call and he says, yo, put me on, we say, make a lower third. Let's get him on, right? Listen to this joke I had already picked out, though. It's about to tickle you. Why did Cinderella get kicked off the football team? It's funny. Why did Cinderella get kicked off the football team?
Because she lost her cleat.
Yeah, it's something to do with the shoe, the slipper.
Lost the slipper.
Because she kept running from the ball. Get it?
Yes, sure, of course.
How cool is that, though? I picked that out on the plane yesterday.
That was great.
And then the football guy calls in.
It came together.
Won't he do it?
It came together.
Look
Hey,
at God.
TT.
Yes.
I can only say 25 letters of the alphabet.
This is a joke I'm walking into because there's only 24. Why can wait? Come on, get me.
I don't know why.
Nephew got a point. That was good. It was very conversational. You rehearsed that in your head. You rehearsed that in your head. That was good. I feel like that should be a drop because people, I know they love my jokes. And if they don't, I don't even friggin' care. Listen, let me give you this Black History fact, right? Black History, and we're just going to go ahead and rock with the NFL today. The first African-American player in the NFL, guess what his name was?
Willie Thrower?
No, that's a joke.
No, the first black quarterback is Willie Thrower.
No, it's not.
Let's see.
Google. Who was the first African-American NFL player? Was not, his name ain't Willie unless they call Kenny Willie. Ken Willie? His name Ken Willie? His name is Kenneth S. Washington. He was born August 31st, 1918. He died June 24th, 1971. He was the first, an African-American professional football player who was the first African-American to sign a contract with an NFL team in the modern era. He played college football for UCLA.
Nice.
He played for his college career. He attended University of Cali, LA, UCLA, where he was a member of the Bruins baseball and football teams. As a baseball player, he was rated better than his teammate. Guess who his teammate was? Jackie Robinson. How about that part? One story has it that Brooklyn Dodgers manager wanted to offer him a contract to play for the team, but only if he went to Puerto Rico first, which he refused to do. So he was a little advocate for himself. After graduation, girl, God is so intentional. Listen to this, because I didn't know this till I looked this up. After graduation, George Halas, who coached the college all-star game, indicated interest in Washington for his Chicago Bears team. Who, bring it on home, Jesus. He was unable to convince the league to permit integration. Instead, Washington coached football at UCLA, joined the LAPD, and from 1940 to 1945, he played for the Hollywood Bears of the Pacific Coast Professional Football League. Look at the Chicago connection. Won't he do it? Do your home, girl. Be used. So we don't even have time to go into my other conversation.
Why not?
Sure.
Because we got to leave in 20. We got 18 minutes.
That's enough time.
Okay. So when I came, completely. Did you call my joke corny? I know that's you too, son, because you in Facebook jail, so you under the iPod thing, the podcast name. That was not corny. So when I came in the studio today, I was having a phone conversation about my life experience pre-marriage, right? I obviously had sex with a man that I wasn't married to because I had a child. Actually, I had two. I went to a church service, a Bible class on a Wednesday night at Salem Baptist. Reverend James T. Meeks you know how they say the pastor's in your pew or he's on your row. He dug in my business. So I almost cussed, but I'm talking about a pastor, so which I'm sure he cusses. But
I used to go to his church at one point.
Let me tell you something. He spoke about relationships and the intimacy of intimacy. And when you have intimate relationships with people, that women adapt the spirit of that person that they have been intimate with, because that is reserved for marriage. And he said when you have intimate relationships, you adopt the spirit and the energy of that person because they're now connected to you differently. And and I have the sermon, if anybody wants me to old school burn it or borrow it, but bring my stuff back. He said that you'll live out of the energy of that person and the spirit of that person because it's inside of you, right? It's connected to your soul. Mm-hmm. And I literally got physically ill in the service. Physically, like throw up, sick. But I was seeing what he was saying in my mirror. How after giving myself to somebody, thinking, he never said he was going to marry me, but I thought, because I gave him myself, that's what, the consummation would be, right? I then adapted his energy and his spirit, and I became like little him. Mm-hmm. So I did to other people what he did to me, because that was that pain body that I was operating out of from my own devastation. And that sermon was pivotal in my ability to see my error, to teach my daughters better in that area, and to be still. And so I opted for celibacy after that Bible class and was celibate and had decided I didn't want relationship. I wanted to just raise my children and have this relationship with God and people in a loving space, but just focused on what I was focused on, and that was making certain that my daughters had stuff that I didn't have. And when I met Mr. Milhouse, I said, we cool, but I'm not doing that. And he said, okay. He said, that's cool. And then a couple months into the dating, he was like, kind of changed my mind. We can be friends. And I'm like, that's cool too, because that's all I'm on. And a couple months later, he called me back and told me that because he has a very strong relationship with God, and said, yeah, I was wrong. I erred when I said that. God told me to take this journey with you. And it was after that the relationship went from here to here to here. And it wasn't until the night I married him that I learned that I was in a Bentley. I had a Bentley. I was happy. I was scared to death, but I was happy. So I was sharing that, and Mary said, we should talk about that. Matter of fact, she said, you should be on Relationship Friday with Herb too and talk about that. I don't think men connect with the intimacy the same way women do. But it is, you just can't be out there having sex with everybody. Those are spirits connecting on your inside.
You definitely got to do a Relationship Friday.
How do y'all feel? Do you feel like that is as deep as I feel like it is, or?
I feel like it's definitely a connection, and you shouldn't be doing that. I don't feel like celibacy. I wouldn't go that far. I just think you have to be very, very careful.
How do you know though?
It takes time. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be jumping in the bed with nobody the minute you decide you like them, or the minute you decide that you're attracted to them physically.
Then my question would be this. Because we don't really know or understand. I even had this other conversation with somebody yesterday, and we talked about honesty and respect. Like, their perspective was respect comes first and then honesty. And I said, I won't respect you if you ain't honest with me. So, like, I think all of the moral compass of the human, you know, there's imposters. People, there are facades. People, the representative will meet you.
I say the imposters always flee.
Absolutely. And so I think until you for yourself can define what love means, the action, what respect really is, what honesty really is, you shouldn't give yourself to nobody. And how do you know that at 18 or 20 or 25? Because most of us aren't doing the work on the inside on ourselves to know that.
Nobody should be out here having sex until at least 20.
I'm saying whatever age your maturation happens.
On all levels. You're
on every level.
Spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that.
Yeah. And you know, we've had conversations with Dondre, male versus man. I could say the same for girl versus woman. Just because you have the woman parts don't mean that you should actually give birth to 4 kids with 4 baby daddies. You know, that doesn't make having a vagina and an egg doesn't mean you should just have as many kids as you can have. Like, there's so many levels to that. And then when you procreate or get into all these spaces, you are adopting all of these energies and all this spirit. And so your own true self is covered in the spirit of all the people that you have let on your inside. We have to protect. What did Juan say last week? She talked about protecting intellectual property. And I'm going to take that one more step further. I said one more step further on purpose. You have to protect your spiritual property. Because we are spirit. We have flesh body, but we are spirits.
That's foundation. That's foundation, yeah.
So I'm not saying there's a magical age. There probably are some very mature 18-year-olds. I doubt it, but there probably are. I certainly thought I was mature. Look, that's a comedy show. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is being grown? And when are you grown enough to accept the responsibility of connecting spiritually and intimately with somebody else? That's a lot of responsibility that I decided when I was celibate. I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want nobody's energy. I just needed to figure my damn self out so that I could teach my daughters how to define that before they ended up like me.
I get it.
Nephew, so you saying ain't nothing happening on the celibacy.
No,
Nephew like, I'm going to get me some ass. No, I'm just kidding.
I hear you 100%.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you're right. We don't operate spiritually, which therein lies the problem. Yeah. We are, and we're, it's because
flesh forward, spirit backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are masking, or we're acting like grown-ups because there's an age level or an action connected to it. I work, I go to school, I'm 20, and you're 7 on the inside. Like, and what did the young brother say last week, the gay bachelor? He said, I should have fixed myself before I started breaking other people. But most of us don't want to see that
Gay
ugly.
Bachelor, what you about?
Oh, you didn't see it? One of the bachelors from like 2 seasons ago.
Oh, you talked about it on your show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he was,
I was like, whoa, where's this conversation go?
What did he say? Say that one more time.
He said, I should have fixed my I should have fixed my brokenness before I went and started breaking other people.
Yes.
He wreaked havoc. A lot of us do that.
Yeah.
Now, there's a small group of people, not a small, so no offense, I'm in that group, that were broken by molestation or things that happened that you had no control over. But, follow me, that brokenness then created a mindset that a lot of girls and boys, a lot of boys that date boys, were molested by men. in their families. And so when I talk about the connection and the spirit and the soul tie of that, you see the living out of that behavior.
That's touchy.
I'm just saying.
That's touchy.
A lot of fast ass girls ain't fast because they just grew up with hot coochies. Like they had the soul tie of some stuff that was not their fault. And they lived in it because it wasn't meant to happen because they were not mature enough or spiritually connected enough to have that. Same with boys. Abusers hurt people. And that is, for me, that is what we need to address so that we stop procreating other little broken people.
Yeah.
Because then we can never fix it. I'm just saying. I wasn't trying to go that deep, but I was talking about it and y'all told me to go. So
we're gonna have to
break it down.
You're gonna have to break it down just a little bit more on a Relationship Friday.
It says, what do you think about the true only way to fix yourself is through the vehicle of relationship? Yeah. Key is relationship with who? Okay. Yourself. The greatest, what does the word say to the song that we all love? One of the Black Anthems. Whitney Houston. I found the greatest love of all. Where?
Inside of me.
That's and so the relationship is inside. You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. I found the
children are our future. You remember?
Do I remember?
Like y'all don't want to sing this song.
Yeah, that's like the 8th grade song of the graduation. Yeah. I believe the children of the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. It's another one.
I learned that song from Coming to America.
Right. That's what he's called.
The fact that you did not know that before that's
I did it. And then when I heard the original song, I was like, wait.
Where'd they get that? They stole that. Coming to America. My goodness. That song is 100. But the greatest love of all is inside of you. But you're not going to know that if you keep masking it, loving stuff that don't love you back. Love is a verb, y'all. It's just not a word of love is not a color. It's not green. It's a verb. It's an action. It's selfless. It is long suffering. Hear me good. It is long suffering. They ain't never lied. Love is long suffering. You gonna go. Whew, that's another conversation. That's long. Cause I'm gonna let the long suffering rest. Cause if you really love somebody, you signed up for war. Yeah. Love is a battlefield.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's an action. I see your brain moving. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you 2 things and I'm going to get out of here. Tomorrow, guess who we have on the show? Guess who's that girl tomorrow? Barbara Bates. One of the dopest, visionary, trailblazing fashion designers in the world from our hometown and was a mentor to me when I was a little girl. Yay. Baby, I got some pictures and some Barbara Bates fashions back when she was in the basement making clothes.
Bring some pictures.
I will. I'm gonna send them to you. We can try to get them on the thing. Girl, I was sharp. It's one on my Instagram. I got on a purple leather dress. And then it's another one I got on she used to do the pony skin. I had the pony skin skirt and the pony skin jacket with the girl. Stop playing with me. Here's 2 things. Minds are like parachutes. They only work when they are open. Don't forget that. Minds are like parachutes. They only work when they are open. And the other thing is, if you were able to believe in Santa Claus for at least the first 8 years of your life, you ought to be able to believe in yourself for at least 8 minutes. Okay, but you believe in Santa Claus, you got to believe in yourself. Love yourself. Thank you for tuning in to this page in the Book of Dawn. Remember to lead with love. Use your voice to be a positive impact in the life of somebody other than your damn self. Just work follow Coach Corey Fuller on Instagram. Tune in tomorrow so we can talk to Barbara Bates about what's hot and what's not, being a breast cancer survivor and her son home from a long vacation. We're going to talk about all that tomorrow. Y'all pray for me, okay, that I'm going to go drink this 2 gallons of Pedialyte so the liquor don't kill me, okay? I appreciate you. Tune in tomorrow. And as we will forever say, graduate or not, peace and roll tide roll.
FTBPM.